why it is important to know different stages of learning. Hmm? Because learners go through these 4 stages of learning. And these 4 stages of learning, they are called, don't get confused, they are called, the first level is unconscious incompetence. Actually, it's a very blissful state. Now, many of us go through this state, and it happens with me. One of the reasons why we attend upskilling sessions and conference and meeting is to see, oh my God, I didn't know this. There is a whole world out there that's acting differently. I remember a story about Dhirubhai Ambani where he would, when at his early stage, um, he would go to Taj for a cup of tea or coffee, paying at a premium amount of money. And his friends would ask, why do you want to go out there? I know this was his initial stage. He was not that rich at that time. So he would say that he wanted to know the mindsets of those millionaires who come to this kind of hotels and attend networking sessions. So what they think, how do they act? He wanted to, because as an individual, he may not know what he do not know, or what he do not know, or such situations provides him an opportunity to realize, oh, there are many things that I don't know, and I don't know about it. So let me get into this. So this example of Dhirubhai is a classic example of unconscious incompetence. The second level is conscious incompetence, where you know that what you don't know. And all of us learners go through these various stages. So as a trainer, you must know. So when you're conducting your programs, please do not go out with the assumption that everyone knows everything or no one knows nothing. Please do not go with any assumptions. Rather, you think of all these 4 levels and design your program accordingly. So at times it can happen that you put out, and one of the reasons why I asked you how much of new information did you grab from the previous session was to understand the level of competency you are. And then you have conscious competence. What does that mean? I know what I know. So I know what I know. And there is called unconscious competence. So this is a level we call mastery level, where I don't know, I know. So this is just in our culture, we say Hanumanji used to go through this level of where he didn't know how much skills and qualities he possessed. So it's only when people told him, you would realize, oh my God. So this is called the mastery level. It happens this way, it automatically, you are in autopilot mode. But as learners go through, they also experience various emotional state also, which is very important for trainers to know. This is something that I want to discuss with you. For example, unconscious incompetence is blissful. The person knows he's happy. He doesn't know. But conscious incompetence, he becomes a little, his confidence takes a hit there. Oh, this is what I don't know. There's so much out there and I didn't know this. Okay, so you must know how the learner is evolving. So he was happy-go-lucky was this kind. Then he gets into a training role and he realizes, oh my God. So his confidence takes a hit. The third stage, conscious competence, is slowly and gradually, he's confused, but then he's learning and he's trying to gain that confidence in bits and pieces. And by the way, confusion is a lot of people, they take confusion in negative connotation. But for us people like us, trainers and, trainers, it's a wonderful state. Confusion means your mind is working to connect things. Okay. You make mistakes and you learn from your mistakes. So let us create this acceptance A lot of people say, I'm confused. Confusion is a beautiful state. Your mind is making connections. Those neurons firing in all directions, and the synapses are trying to connect to make sense of the world. So confusion is good. Out in your mind, there are 100 billion plus neurons firing in all directions, trying to connect with one another. And the effort that they are taking to connect is the state where you or me, we call it confusion. But the moment the synapses get together, that's the learning. Make connections. Hmm? And the mastery is where it becomes a habit. We don't have to think about it. It becomes habit. The way you drive vehicle today. Now think of day number 1 when you didn't know how to drive a car, and think of today. Can you recall day number 1 when you for the first time you sat on a car, inside a car, to learn? So if you want to understand different stages of learning, all you need to recall is the way you learned driving, the way the moment you started, and the stage you are now. If you just look at this journey, you will understand what these 4 levels are. Correct? And every learner go through this. So why did I explain this? Because as a trainer, you must know, okay, there is no straight line out there where, there are different levels someone goes through. So you can accordingly adjust your practices. You can accordingly adjust your content, your delivery style, your method of asking for feedback. See, there are 2 major places where you can apply this. The first place is with regard to yourself. That as a trainer, you are also going through stages of unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence. You're also going through the stages, right? The second area where you can apply is this, that when you explain things, there may be learners who need to understand this in details. There may be learners who have understood this and they want to move on to the next level. One of the challenges trainers face is mixed level classrooms. For example, one student is at level 3 and the other one is at level 2. This concept is very significant when you realize how to customize your practices. Because in a competency-based training, learners are the center. So you may have a group of learners who are at different levels. Accordingly, you have to tweak your practices or give special attention based on which level they are. Their questions and queries may be also a reflection of the levels they are. So sometimes it happens that, you sit in a classroom and then there's a learner who would ask a question that would, that would look a very stupid question to other students. Come on, what is he asking here? But no, that reflects his level of understanding. So as a trainer, this will help you to design standard practices. This understanding will make you sensitive to individual learning needs. Idea that people go through different levels make you aware about their questions and their queries, and you become sensitive to those needs. And this is also with regard to yourself, at what level you are. So you can use this understanding to assess yourself too. With regard to various subjects, this can be in the form of a quadrant, not a pyramid, but a quadrant. And with regard to different subjects, you can ask this question to yourself. Do I know about this? So you can ask a variety of reflective questions to decide on which quadrant you fall.